finally made it over to my uncle's farm to turkey hunt. It was about the second weekend in May. And I kind of seemed to like to go to the later in the season, the better. And so we went scouting Friday night and we found some toms and a couple hens and maybe one jake, but they're on some private land that we just couldn't get permission for. But they were roughly maybe 500 yards away from stuff we had permission for, my uncle's land actually. So we kind of made a game plan that night and woke up the next morning and we actually set up on the stuff we had permission for, my uncle's land, just off the edge of the private, and just hoping that we could get their attention and get one of those toms just to give us a look. And it actually worked out pretty good. We woke up that Saturday morning and there was about a 15-mile-an-hour wind, and I was kind of thinking to myself, "Ooh, it's a lot of wind. I hope they hear us once we get set up and start calling." So we get set up, and sure enough, they fly off the roost right onto this bluff, and they're kind of hanging out. The toms were doing their strutting, and the hens were just chilling there. And I just couldn't get their attention with my slate call. And my dad carries a box call with him wherever, we're turkey hunting and stuff. So he ended up deciding, to give it a couple squawks in that box call. And sure enough, he did 2 squawks, and then one of those toms picked his head up, and he came running right at us. And as soon as this turkey actually closed the distance, he stayed just on the private stuff for a little while. He came in and he was right there, probably 10 yards from us, but he was just on the other side of the fence. And he hung out there and did some strutting for a little while, and then finally he crawled underneath the fence and he came strutting right into our decoys there. We had a B Mobile set up and then also an Aviat X female decoy. And it was perfect. He came right in where I had an open window where I could actually jaw back and take a poke at him.
Dead turkey. Unreal. Let's see if this.
And I drew back and hit him kind of right where I was supposed to anyway, and he wasn't going anywhere.